Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right to the air is Mahomes.
And his first pass is incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Rams defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you,
and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Rashee Rice,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 21. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw is Stafford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. But incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
They need 2. Here's third down.
32, waiting.
They're trying to run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got room. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 29-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive kill there. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We're just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes.
That's caught right side by Worthy. This defense for the Rams, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They got everything going their way early on.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one's mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, Charles, before the game, we were talking with him and said, hey, you know you're close to 65,000 career passing yards. I know.
How did you do that?
He just kind of smiled and walked away, but he just passed that number, 65,000 career passing yards.
I always get a kick out of it when they don't want to talk about it. But if you had said a number that was incorrect,
he would have
corrected you and then said, but I'm not really thinking about it.
Congratulations, Noah. Now just 5,000 away from 70K. Unbelievable. Now Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Devontae Adams, 26 yards.
And the Rams are back within a score.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The Chiefs at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy, 30 yards. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7.
Chiefs 21, Rams 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Stafford now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correct.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. From the gun, here's Stafford.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
20. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick six. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question. And neither is another pick six.
Able to slither by.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And the Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set. 250. Stay 50.
Stafford.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
8 yards on the
Middle.
brings up 2nd and 2. The Chiefs.
Now Stafford.
Going right back to Ferguson.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run the ball. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
180. Omaha, ready, loose.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, they're certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
On the sneak, it's Stanford. Yeah, no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Quorum is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And the Rams first down. Again, 11 on the play. First down.
Stanford.
Oh, the RPO will keep it himself. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Throwing is Stanford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41.
Middle. First down, Los Angeles.
Paul want to give up the middle. Down to about the 37.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Back to throw, Stanford. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. 36 yards.
And the Rams have got it back to within a score.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp. I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Yellow. Hey, 43.
Now Mahomes. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now it's Stafford. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll give to Hall. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First down 10 at the 27-yard line.
Play action. Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Set. Waiting.
Back to the ground with Hall. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hall again on second down. And he's going to attempt this one in for a Rams touchdown. Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. That's laid out deep for Rice.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception. There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Here's Stafford. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Puka Nacua,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And a Kansas City.
They'll run. It's Brashard Smith.
Oh, some strong running. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Hey, 43, 15.
Brings up second and 5. At the Rams.
Mahomes now to throw.
Well, that one caught by Rice.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs.
43, 43.
First and 10 at the 23.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's going to be caught. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll try to run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Blue 60. 53. Ready.
Looking to throw. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off.
And this is going to be intercepted. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes. And that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
Yellow, yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle here to Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now 1st and goal.
Yellow. Spicer.
They'll try to run this one in. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
When we say the game's on the line, I don't think we're overstating it here. These next few plays could very well decide this one. Advantage defense there on 1st and goal as they're able to get in and force the loss on that play.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes. Mahomes will do it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Butker on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
That's the score. Chiefs 42. Rams 35. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
At the 40-yard line.
Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
First down, Rams.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Running left, it's Hall. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Middle.
Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Stafford now to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Now Stafford, he's going to change things up.
Easy alert!
They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Yellow! Attack!
Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. One last throw here for Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Kansas City, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, along
that's all anybody's ever said about me. And yeah, I like to cut loose, too. You might think I chose this way of living now, but it chose me. You can hear me coming with a 6-2 humming, Guns N' Roses bumping through a 12 in the floor. I don't need me nothing but a spot out in the country. I smile when they say that I ain't me anymore. Ain't a thing changed around here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ Hill, still trying to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say we'll